Good evening, everyone. Next Generation Weather Forecaster Joe Shock here, taking a look at Hurricane Irma. 8 p.m. advisory, a 115-mile-an-hour Category 3 hurricane, moving off to the west at 14 miles an hour. We have the aircraft reconnaissance in there now, measuring, hopefully coming out with a better forecast over the next couple of days. But already note there are hurricane watches up for the northern Leeward Islands here, the Lesser Antilles, for it looks like Tuesday afternoon and the evening into early Wednesday, so this is going to be an impact here, and I expect more hurricane headlines to come in the days to follow. Let's take a look here at my track. Not much different from yesterday. I'm running out of colors here, and I wanted to get the entire North Atlantic, but I do include, the islands right where the National Hurricane Center has their forecast by early this upcoming week. As we take a look here, tomorrow it's a 3, Tuesday I strengthened to the 4, Wednesday, Tuesday into Wednesday, it's a category, I think a low in category 4 coming into the northern islands here, the Antilles, right where that hurricane watch has been issued. And then after that, maintaining it into a 4 status by the end of the week. And then as we get into the weekend, next weekend, I think this is going to be in the Bahamas as a 4, if not possibly a 5. And what I did here is that I think between 9/10, 9/11, and out to about the 13th of September, in about, 8 to 10 days still, the majority of the guidance still off the southeast coast. I will say, though, there are members trending back to the west, hitting the state of Florida, and also bringing it into the Gulf, and maybe even getting as far back west as New Orleans. Now, that I think is a stretch, but it is certainly a trend that we got to watch these trends very closely. And let me say, this is the hardest tropical cyclone I think I've ever put a forecast out, especially, we're only talking 6 to 8 days away. After like day 4, day 5, the variance is insane. And actually looking at some of the latest guidance, I think we're even getting a little bit further away in the spread than coming closer together. So this forecast is extremely, extremely difficult to get down after about 5 days. But again, staying with the mean ensemble guidance from, the European, the GFS, and everything else, and the Canadian, I think that this is a good point to stop, if you will, right here. And I have here, it may either come into the South Carolina coast, which has been suggested by various GFS runs, and I have it. And they also, note the European this morning brought it in right into South Carolina and into North Carolina. The 0-0 run of the European. But the afternoon run here, I try to represent, if you will, best in brown. And most of the ensembles bringing it up to the Outer Banks, if not just to the east, and then turning out. But this is a real fight between the guidance. And let me tell you, this is very, very complex. Much more complex than usual. We'll take a look in just a minute of why this is so complex and why the models, even the European, the best of all of them, are having such a hard time handling really this upper level pattern. Moving on to my next image right here. Again, here's the cloud snapshot, the AVN. Here's the new spaghetti plot you can see here. No question this will be in the Bahamas in about a week or so, and then you can see the divergence really begins to take on. And then there's the GFS. You can see here how it brings it in, and we got to watch the state of Florida. It looks like relatively closely. Whether or not this comes in or not, it's hard to say, but Florida, especially the eastern coast of the state of Florida, could see some substantial impacts from waves, to say the least, at the moment, even if this does stay offshore. Here's the 18Z Hurricane Wharf. You can see the track here into the Bahamas over the next 126 hours. Again, this will be a devastating blow for the Bahamas, I think, especially the southern Bahamas, but and the islands, but no good's going to come from this track over at least the next 5-6 days. Now here's the GFS operational, not the ensembles, the operational at 500 millibars. Early Thursday morning you can see Irma here. Here's that big trough that I thought would slow down, maybe lift it out, but that's not what's going to happen. You'll see the evolution of that here. You can see by Friday morning, here comes Irma right here. Here is this big trough coming in to the eastern part of the United States. Here is located Irma. If we move off to the next slide, you can see the next animation here. Let me just pull this back. This is Friday night. You can see Irma located here. You can see this trough into the northeast. We go into Saturday afternoon. Trough is lifting out. There looks like there's a trough split going on, and that's actually will be the case. There will be a trough split. As you can see, a piece will be lifting out. A piece will get stuck, get pulled back. A piece of the trough will back southwest. Here comes Irma, and the real position is where will Irma be in relationship to this trough that looks like will be backing southwest. So it's a trough split. We just got to figure out where will Irma be in a relationship to this whole trough split idea. And here we are Sunday. You can see the trough is back. This piece lifting out. Irma's in the Bahamas. You can see by Monday, you can see the trough split starts moving east and is able to pick up Irma and send it into the east coast, the South Carolina coast, next Monday, the 11th of, I believe, the 11th and early of the 12th of September. Here's the European again, very similar situation at 90 hours. You can see this big trough. Here's Irma. You can see by the end of the week, Thursday, you can see troughs lifting through. Here comes Hurricane Irma through the islands. Friday afternoon, again, the trough is going out. There's Irma. You can see there's a little bit less of a trough split, but still the trough split is occurring. There's two pieces. This piece lifting out, a piece getting stuck back, and here comes the hurricane. You can see hour 174, the hurricane's off the Florida coast. Hour 186, it's paralleling the Florida coast. You can see there's more ridge building over the top, so this is kind of like stuck in here. And then 210, you can see it trying to lift out. And again, here's why I think this has a shot. Hopefully, I'm correct, that why this is going to go out and why I'm so insistent on this happening. So you can see it coming through here. But here is the way out, and here's how I think this has a shot to go out. See this alleyway here, these low heights and the 500 millibar pattern? If Irma can get in here and these height fields are low, it's going to follow the easiest way out, the easiest way of least resistance. It's not going to fight anything. It doesn't have to fight a ridge of higher pressure to the north. So the tendency will be to follow out this big trough and hopefully not cause too much impact to the United States. Again, that is on the possibility. It's favored very heavily by the ensemble. So again, we really just have to wait and see exactly what the solution here is. But again, you can see this will be lifting out potentially, hopefully, by day 8 through 10, that it's off the coast, doesn't come in, and can escape through this trough split and can follow the other trough, the core of the trough, which is located here. It can follow it out to sea and hopefully not be a major impact to the United States. That's it for now. I will keep you updated, and thank you for watching.